Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name is Acacia. Today I'm going to be doing an author spotlight on Claire Fuller. I'm going to be talking a little bit about all three of her books. She has written 3 novels in the past, I'd say, 4 years, and she has won several awards. She has a home over in the UK. She went to the School of Art in Worcester. And she studied sculpture until when she was 40, she decided to go back to school for creative writing, and she studied for that and ended up getting her degree that way and came out with her novels. She is now 52 years old. So we have 3 books to talk about. One is my favorite. I'll save that one for last. And then I have 2 others to talk about. All 3 of her books have been published by Tin House in the US, Penguin in the UK, and House of Anansi in Canada. She has also been published in France, Germany, Italy, and I believe it was Greece, but I can't remember for sure. But yes, she has been published in several other countries, and specifically my favorite one is the one that she has been published the most. So, her latest and most recent book is this. I was sent it for review by Tin House Press. This is Bitter Oranges by Claire Fuller. This is a twisty one. Claire Fuller has a tendency to write thrillers. They're not entirely thrillers, but they have that kind of vibe of darkness to them. They kind of have a mystery to them, an underlying story that you kind of have to figure out, and there are twists to them. Not always completely foreseeable, but in some formats, yes, I would say her twists are foreseeable. This is a story of a woman who goes to, it's compared to, on the back, it's compared to Daphne du Maurier's Rebecca. And I would say I can see the comparison. I'm not 100% agreeing on the comparison. I would definitely say that for me, Rebecca is an overall better book, and also there are elements of romance that are not as prevalent in this book. So there's a woman in this book, and she is living in an apartment, and she ends up meeting 2 people within her apartment who she becomes obsessed with and starts to fascinate over them and to stalk them in a way, and she becomes very close with them while she is stalking them. Now, she is watching these 2 and believing very strongly that they have a good connection, a solid relationship, and everything that they have is in a good space. And when she finds out that it is not such, things start to go awry. Now, this relationship between these 2 characters is dark and twisted and a little bit morbid. I definitely would say that if you like the kind of more psychology, sort of psychological depth to exploring relationships, this is an interesting one to dive into. All of Claire Fuller's books would definitely have interesting relationships that are really worth looking into, and this one is no exception. So for this one, I would say if you like things like Rebecca, this is a good book. If you like darker things that aren't exactly what they seem, this is a great book. And if you like sort of stalkerish creepiness, this is a good book. Then we have her second novel, and this is Swimming Lessons by Claire Fuller. This is a story of 2 daughters, I believe, and a father whose mother disappeared years ago. And suddenly the father calls the daughter and says, "I believe I saw your mother," and she thinks he is losing his mind. When she comes home, she finds that there are notes from her mother throughout all of the books in the house explaining and exploring reasons why she might have left. Everyone at this point has believed that their mother is dead, as in some way by leaving, or death by suicide, or so many different options. It has so many dark twists and dark ideas and turns to it. I really liked it. I enjoyed the premise. I definitely think that this one is my second favorite, Bitter Orange being my third favorite. This one has one of the more quick pace plots that I came across out of Claire Fuller's books. She definitely has a faster pace out of all of them, but this one I think is her fastest paced book. I would definitely recommend it as a one to continue with her works if you like, but I would not start here. I would start with the next one. So this is Claire Fuller's first book. This is Our Endless Numbered Days. This is my favorite book out of all of her books. I love this. It's one of my favorite books of all time. It's made it to my favorite books of all time shelf. This is fantastic. It is dark, it is twisted, it is really messed up, and it has a very uncomfortable underlying plot. This is the story of Peggy, a little 8-year-old girl whose father is a survivalist. He takes her out into the middle of the woods and tells her that the world has ended. And this story follows her from dual perspectives. First, from the age of 8, living her life in this forest and trying to survive and trying to understand her father's logic as he slowly slips further into an unstable mind. And then you also have her perspective from her as she is older and living at home and has come home to her mother and I believe a younger brother who she never met because her mother was pregnant when she left, and so she has come home now, but something is different, something is off, and things have not gone completely as they should have. This book is fantastic. I love it. I absolutely adore it. I think it is one of the best books that I read over the years. I need to reread it. I've read it twice so far, once by myself and once with Amanda Center, whose channel I will link up in the cards. If you like books that are darker in tone, a little bit twisted, and completely uncomfortable, this is for you. I don't think that it's always uncomfortable, but there's definitely a point at which it becomes almost unbearable. I think this is, I want to say fantastic again, but I shouldn't. I think this is really great. I definitely would recommend this book, and if you're interested in it, I would pick it up for sure. Anyone who's interested in doing a buddy read or a group read, I would be happy to do that with all of you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know this was a requested video from one of my subscribers to do an author spotlight. I will be doing more of these for you guys, no problem. I have another author in mind who I already have planned for to do. I just have to finish one more of her books. This has been a really fun video to make, and I'm very excited to make more of them. I would like to just announce really quickly that I have started a blog. I will link it down below. It is books and beauty, as you guys did not want to see beauty on my channel. I still wanted to talk about certain aspects of beauty, so I will be posting on my blog. Wednesdays will be books and Fridays will be beauty. If you don't have any interest in the beauty, then don't even worry about it. Just come on over on Wednesdays and read the longer reviews of specific books. My latest post was on the Testament and is linked to in my Testament book review, which I will link up in the cards. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, click that subscribe button down below. I will talk to you all in the comments, and I would like to say thank you to my Patreons, thank you to my subscribers. I love you all greatly. I'll see you in my next video.